Wine? Check. Piping bags? Check. Let's decorate and sip. Hi, I'm Leslie with Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and if you love decorating sugar cookies or you want to learn how, you're in the right place. Let's decorate together. So this is the final cookie in our Paint and Sip sugar cookie series, and if you've missed those other videos, they will be linked in the description as well as all of the supplies you need to make these cookies. And as always, I'm starting out with a royal icing in about a 15-second consistency, and I'm just going to go ahead and outline my cookie. I'm going to touch down, lift up my piping bag slightly, and slowly go around the cookie. I can start and stop at the corners, or I can make little curly cues, whatever I need to do to go around the cookie. And if my outline isn't perfect, I can fix that with my scribe or a toothpick after I flood the cookie in, which is what I'm doing here. I'm using the exact same icing to flood in my cookie. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the center, and then I'll use my scribe to get the icing out to the edges. And if you're having trouble with your royal icing consistency, you can check out the video tutorial that I've linked in the description. So as I mentioned, I'm just going to use my scribe in a little circular motion to get my icing out to the edge. And at this time, I can move the outline over a little bit if I need to get it closer to the edge, or scrape some away if it's gone too far. And then I set my cookies aside to dry actually overnight, so they're completely dry now. You don't have to do that. If you wait about 20 minutes, you should be good to go with this next step. And I'm using a projector, and I just have my image that I created on Canva, and I'm just going to outline the wine glass with black royal icing in about a 25-second or detail consistency. And when you're using a projector, you kind of just need to angle your hand a little bit out of the way so you can kind of see where your line is dropping. It just takes some practice. And if you don't have a projector or you don't like using the projector with your royal icing, you can also use the tissue paper method and even the paper piecing method to transfer the design to your cookie. And I will leave a link to that in the description as well. And this is about all that I'm going to outline with my black royal icing. And now I'm just going to start in on the paintbrush. I'm going to use the same icing for the brush bristles. I'm just going to outline that and flood it in. If there's some texture because this icing is thick, I'm okay with that. I'm just going to make sure that the icing is going in the direction of the bristles. And all of these cookies have been done for a paint and sip birthday party. If you're not doing a wine glass with a painting party, you can just leave this paintbrush part out. It's perfectly cute without the paintbrush. So we'll let the bristles of the brush dry for a bit while we move on down to the handle of the paintbrush. I'm using a tan royal icing, also at a 15-second consistency, and I'm just going to kind of go up and down until I fill in the brush handle part here. I'm not going to outline it. I'm just kind of going to pipe it in where I want it to go. And then I'll smooth it out with my scribe, or you can use a toothpick until I have it shaped the way I want it to be shaped. And if you are using a projector, sometimes it helps to turn it off so that you can see what you're doing a little bit better than you can with the light on and the image being projected down onto the cookie. So I set that aside to dry for about 20 minutes, and now I'm coming back in with my white royal icing, again in the 15-second consistency, and I'm just going to outline and flood in this little triangle here between the bristles and the paintbrush handle. And I'll use my scribe to settle that area down and smooth it out, as I always do. And then we need to put a little bit of a paint drip on the top of our paintbrush. I'm using a dark purple, so you can't really tell what color it is here with this bad lighting I have. I apologize for that. But I'm just putting a little drip of purple royal icing at the top and shaping it with my scribe. And now we can move on down to the bow, grabbing that same purple royal icing. I'm just going to outline and flood in the tails here. I'm kind of using the shape of the cookie cutter to know where those are supposed to go, so I don't need my projector for this part. But if you feel more comfortable, go ahead and use your projector or another method to transfer your design before piping it. And once these are all smoothed out, I'm going to set them aside to dry. I'm going to actually put them in front of a fan so that I don't get any craters in these areas. And now I'm coming back in and just making little hearts for the bow loops. And then I'll flood those in and again use my scribe to settle that icing down. And then I'll put this cookie back in front of the fan or in a dehydrator so that I can get this to dry quickly before a crater can form. And if you do get a crater in your bow loops, I have a way to fix that, and you can check out the video linked here. Once my bow loops had set up, I came back with my white royal icing and just added a few lines, and then I'm also going to add the center of the bow, using my scribe again to settle that bow loop down. And just like that, we've got a cookie that says, "I came for the wine, but stayed for the cookies." I hope you enjoyed this decorating tutorial. Please be sure to like and subscribe. That helps me a lot. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!